Welcome, I'm Little Cubes, and welcome back to another episode of Winds of Change. If you missed the last episode, check the description for a summary of last episode and this episode's. Make sure to watch out for that spoiler warning if you don't want to see what's coming up in this episode. I remember that we left off here in this kind of searchy panel thing. Don't remember what we were searching for though, so we're just going to start clicking on things, find out what's going on. These eaves, that's not how you say that, carry water from the falls to the tank. It's completely self-sustained and requires little upkeep. We just have to empty the tank every morning to get our fill. It's something we can't live without, so it never goes unused.
Hey, I guess you didn't get to do your water run. You should do it as soon as you get a chance. I finished mine up just before you got here.
Okay, hi Valessa. What else to look at? What are those? These books are sitting here. It's wet and stained. Most likely water damage due to the proximity to the tank. When I approach it, Fortaime, I don't remember how to say his name again, laughs and apologizes to me.
Sorry, I think I dropped that when I was waiting. It's something I picked up from Mylus' house a few days ago. You're free to take it. I have no use for it anymore.
So you just left it on the floor.
Mysterious Mazeo. When the Triumvirate occupied Mazeo almost 20 years ago, many people wondered if they did so with an ulterior motive. On the surface, it looked like they wished to rid the region of piracy and those who would...
I didn't want to do that. I just want the audio thing to go away. I turned up my audio. I don't know if you can see because it's recording the game, but I have a giant audio thing in my way now. Huh. Okay, now it goes away. The house near the tanks are reserved for the elderly. Something about minimizing travel to the water source. Of course, houses near here are way too humid to be comfortable. For some reason, they don't complain and happy resides inside.
Try not to waste too much time here, Seeres. I'm dressed in layers, and this humidity is gross. Wouldn't want to ruin my outfit before your ceremony.
Can we go back to... It's not the map. What's this? No, that's our save thing. I want to go back to that paper that was being read.
Mysterious Mazeo. When the Triumvirate occupied Mazeo almost 20 years ago, many people wondered if they did so with an ulterior motive. On the surface, it looked like they wished to rid the region of piracy and those who would break the law. While it worked, many believed that the Triumvirate was slowly becoming tyrannical. There is one very peculiar thing, however. Their general, or mayor, is almost never seen, and the same goes for the honor guard they've placed in Mazeo. Hundreds of soldiers, almost never walking in the light of day. Instead, I've had several reports tell me that they dig in the night, deep underground, as if they're searching for something of importance. Could this be what they wanted Mazeo for? I've branched out of Valinor and started corresponding with some people of note in Mazeo. It seems that even if it had a positive impact, many are against the idea of a forceful occupation. One city, and then the world. I suspect that the people in opposition will soon form their own army. It seems like they want to take Mazeo away from the Triumvirate and place it back in the hands of the people. A noble cause, I say. Valinor must never meet Mazeo's fate. The Elder of Valinor.
Ooh, what's his name? Mylus' father, probably. Alright, now that we got that reread, what else can we click on? Already did that. Should we... Wait, what's that? The ground is paved and dry. It's not wet like the rest of the soil. This would be the best place for me to stand. We could check out what's it called? Parallel plots is what I think they called it. by clicking on them and see what they're doing, but I don't want to do that right now. But I'm curious, but I can't do both at the same time. Let's go somewhere else. Let's continue the story. We enter Mylus' house with an aurora of purpose. Okay. Although they didn't know what I saw, they knew it was important. We see him shuffling papers at his table. Obvious? That's not obvious. Oblivious to our... I know this word, you know what it means.
Hey, Mylus. We need to have a word.
He doesn't seem to respond and continues his business. Fortaime seems anxious and taps his foot on the floor. A few moments later, Valessa gives up and interacts.
Mylus, snap out of it. We need to talk about something important.
She slams her fist down on the table, startling Mylus. He jumps back a few feet in fright and then laughs. Whatever he was looking at it fully engrossed him.
You know what they say about death, right? When we die, we go on to live in the realm of spirits. With that logic, spiritual energy should be infinite.
Okay.
I'm not really sure how to respond to that.
Me neither.
I mean, we've had Seeres and scribes for thousands of years. I'm pretty sure we'll have them for thousands more to come.
Wouldn't that be beautiful? Sorry for rambling, but we should all have a seat. I'm afraid things aren't going to go as planned.
No ceremony for me, I assume? He motions to the back of the house, a carpeted area. With no chairs in sight, it looks like we're sitting on the floor. We make our way over there, questioning just what he meant.
I think we were going to say the same thing to you. I mean, the Seeres had a vision last night. A big one. Hopefully we have enough time to get through all of this.
Yeah, really. What's he gonna say?
Well, unfortunately, I'm past the point of subtlety. So, in the interest of time, I'll get right to it. The induction ceremony is henceforth cancelled.
Not postponed? Okay, doesn't say anything.
What? You can't be serious. You hype us all up and take it away? There better be an explanation for this.
Fortaime is fuming with anger and very upset. I guess Mylus was right, plans have changed. But the timing along with my vision was odd.
What's going on here, Mylus?
I'm afraid that's a very complicated answer. Let's back things up a few moments. Seeres, tell us about the vision you had.
He's certainly beating around the bush. What did he say he was? He said, what was the word he used? Point of subtlety. I'm past the point of subtlety. Yeah, well, he's not really saying much. I take a deep breath as we all sit down. That was the moment I told them everything. How Valinor was destroyed by the Triumvirate. I told them about the blaze and the agony. How the men had led the attack had a mystical blade. Not only did it kill Ulric, but it killed me as well. When I finished my story, I met with silence. They look amongst themselves in shock and confusion. That's fine. It was a lot to process all at once. Okay. She's not saying anything. Wait, I'm clicking. Why isn't it going? I love how the dots are showing up very slowly. Long pause. It won't let me do anything. Literally.
Just as
Wait, slow down a minute. How do we know nothing?
Really slow down a minute. What did I skip? Mylus says, just as I expected, it was only a matter of time before you saw it. That is of the spirits truly cared about our protection.
Wait, slow down a minute. How do we know nothing was lost in translation? Remember how abstract visions are known to be?
I can confirm that an attack is imminent. Besides, Valessa, you know visions aren't like that. The spirits have gotten strong enough. That's no longer an issue.
But this can't be true.
It is. And unfortunately, it's just the start. But there are still some important matters at hand. Before I send you off, I'll tell you everything.
Okay, get to the point. He smiles at each of us before taking a deep breath. I notice long bags under his eyes, signs of unrest. He must be living with his secret for a while.
I didn't want to tell you until you needed to know. I'm just lucky that this vision waited until I was ready. The Triumvirate wants to occupy Valenorth, as they did Mazeo. I know what you three lost in Mazeo, and I'm sorry, but what they plan to bring to Valenorth is far, far worse. Punishment for my father's involvement with the rebellion.
What did we lose in Mazeo? I don't remember hearing about Mazeo before this part. Just like that empty armor seemed to imply. So Valenorth did have some relation with the rebellion. And it wasn't just Mylus's short reign either?
We're supposed to be nonpartisan.
Yeah, that's our whole deal. Why would your father do that to us?
I'll never forgive you, Mylus. Your father is responsible for all of this? He betrayed Valenorth the moment he helped them.
Mylus didn't do anything. Why are you not forgiving him?
Understandable, but this is not my fault.
Yep.
Surely you know about my father's disappearance. But have you heard the stories of the recent rebel victory?
I wonder if his disappearance was like he went to the rebellion.
Rebel victory?
The blade that the Seeres mentioned. It was taken from the Triumvirate. Without it, they are weak and vulnerable.
Hooray!
But it was not an easy feat to accomplish. In their pursuit of the blade, many people died, including the leader of the rebellion itself.
Ooh. I'm wondering if that's true. Because, during our vision, but in the future for us now, that guy was talking. What was his name? The leader of the rebellion sent Ulric to us. I lost my train of thought. I don't remember what I was talking about. Let's continue.
The new leader, Damek, sent it here for safekeeping. I hid it in the grand tree where no one would find it. I want you to take it and seek out Damek in Mazeo.
Ooh, cool. So yeah, Damek was not the previous leader. Good to know. But we can't be all that far behind of when our vision happened. Because they had just gotten the blade.
Hey, slow down. This makes sense to you, but it's all a blur to us. Your father was one of the men that died to get this blade?
Indeed he was, Fortaime. The rebel leader's death, my father's disappearance, I'm afraid those are intricately connected.
Wonderful.
You mean?
I have to cut my recording real quick, or otherwise it's going to start doing that poppy thing that it's been doing in the past videos. I've noticed it's been doing it every about 15 minutes, and I'm about 15 minutes of my recording time here before I edit things down a little bit, so I'll be right back after this cut. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully that'll fix it from doing it the rest of the episode. There was a new Windows update. Everyone probably heard about it somewhere, but it messed with my recording settings, so hopefully it would fix it totally and not break it totally. I can't tell until I go into my editing software, so I can't tell during my recording if it's messed up, which really sucks because I don't have a lot of time to do it. I have a lot of time to do it today, though. I have 2-3 hours for half an hour video, so probably gonna do more than one. I am rambling again. Let's continue. I'll click replay so you know where we're at.
Yes, I do. My father didn't work with the rebellion. He created it. The first allegiance in Valenorth's entire history.
Ooh, he's in trouble. So, was he the leader? Because the leader disappeared and No, the leader died and your father disappeared.
Whoa.
He formed an allegiance with insurgents in Mazeo. Together, they grew, and created a large army, large enough to steal the Triumvirate's sacred blade.
Good.
I don't understand why he'd do that. We're fine on our own. We always have been.
Well, obviously not.
Times are changing and leaving us behind. I'm afraid that Valenorth is a dying culture, Valessa. What I am about to tell you must not leave this room.
My lips are sealed.
What is it?
You know of Salberg, right? How
No,
it houses
who's he?
the spirit idol of Valenorth.
Oh.
Yes, of course. But it's been blocked off for a long time. I've never gone to see a spirit idol in person.
Why is it blocked off?
I'm afraid it might remain that way. Seeres, on the eve of your birth, it went dark. Valenorth is living unlimited spiritual energy.
Does that mean whatever spiritual energy was in that idol thing is now in me? Is that why I'm so important compared to all these other Seereses and Seerers? Oh my goodness, that was a tongue twister.
There's no way I believe that, Mylus. Our connection with the spirits is eternal.
I wish that were the case, Fortaime. It pains me to say this, but it's true. You are the last Seeres we shall ever have.
Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo.
Normally, the spirit idol chooses a child. That child is imparted with a surge of spiritual energy. When they pass away, it does the same to the next generation. But you, Seeres, it gave everything to you. Like the spirit realm is making one final push. I don't know why, but I have my theories.
Cool. This game is really awesome. I just wish I could play the music in the background, but I don't want to risk getting copyright striked. But I've listened to the music while not playing this game. Well, not recording. It's really awesome music. This game's on Steam. You should download it and play it and listen to the music yourself.
It sounds like the spirits have given up on us. Perhaps we took their gift for granted and abused them. Without that idol and their energy, what will happen to us?
By the way, the first chapter of this game is free. That's what we're playing now. It's a really long chapter. I've got 4 hours left in this game.
I expect that Valenorth will become like any other nation. We'll take history into our own hands, rather than act on guidance. It's not a bad thing, and I don't think the spirits gave up on us. In fact, I think it's the opposite. They're placing all of their hope on us, the Seeres, and that blade can save us all.
Cool.
Back to that blade again?
Yes,
What does
keep
that...
talking.
It's not an ordinary blade,
Oops.
as you've been told. In order to harness it, you need remarkable strength. Or, in other words, a vast amount of spiritual energy.
And that would be me.
Seeres, I think the spirits chose you to wield this blade. To take it, join the rebels in Mazeo, and defeat the Triumvirate. I know this is asking a lot of you, but we always follow their lead.
Well, good thing I'm not entirely a pacifist. I'm pretty competitive in games.
Valenorth may be attacked, but we can rebuild from the ashes. Our true goal here should be the destruction of the Triumvirate. History should be in our hands, not in the hands of unjust gods.
Unjust. Is he talking about the triumphant or the spirits? These unjust gods reference. Okay, don't say anything. Oh, it's long pause again. ... Can I skip yet? How long do you want these pauses to go on for? I literally have to wait like 5 seconds after each of those 3 dots end before I can click. I just clicked and it still didn't go.
So that's why your father formed this alliance? To take control of our history in the spirit's absence? And to make sure the Triumvirate doesn't dictate our future?
Pretty smart, huh?
He wanted to strengthen our bonds with outsiders as well. Without visions, we have to take things as they come. Foresight helped us out, but we won't always have it. What we do have, however, is the potential of the Seeres. I think that's why he sacrificed himself to get this blade. He knew that you'd be able to wield it and achieve liberation. Please, take the blade and flee to Mazeo. When the ceremony is supposed to start, I'll tell the people. They're all rounding up, so it'll be easy to evacuate.
Where are you going to evacuate to? It's a lot of people.
We might be a bit behind, but we'll meet in Mazeo.
Okay.
There's lots to plan, and little time to plan it. We'll need new homes and blades for any volunteers.
Wonderful.
As far as I can tell, this is not up for debate. If you think it is, then consider it an order from your elder. Leave as soon as you are able, and we'll meet again soon.
Okay, cool. Are we starting on our epic quest now? He stands up and walks away. Moments later, he's back to his unusual business. Or is that usual business? I'm not sure. We exchange glances with one another, overwhelmed.
Listen, I'm gonna try and be the voice of reason here. Mylus said a lot of stuff, and it could be true or false. But if an attack is coming, we should go either way.
Oh, okay, I get it. I was thinking go either way, like which option are we choosing here? But there isn't an option. They didn't give us one. But he means we should go out of town either way. That's what he meant. See how my reading is kind of wonky?
Especially if there's a weapon we can use. I think we should grab it from the Grand Tree first. Again, not siding with anyone here, just using logic.
It reminds me of the Vulcans from Star Trek.
Yeah, you're right. We do the same thing, even if Mylus didn't tell us to. Find something to defend ourselves with, and leave Valenorth. But
Okay.
you said the spirits gave you all their power? And they cut their influence from Valenorth for good? This changes Alestia's entire history, not just our actions. I can't say I fully understand, but it makes sense. Mylus' father foresaw all this and took action. I feel hatred, but at the same time, I feel hope.
Well, that's good at least.
Let's take this one step at a time, Valessa. We'll grab the weapon and make our way out of here. The rest can fall into place as we move on.
Look at that smile. We nod and we stand up as well. With an attack on the way, we had to move. Mylus would take care of evacuating everyone else. If we got the blade first, Sovy couldn't use it.
So, to the Grand Tree then? I'll try to maintain one modicum of sanity. It's not like our lives were just turned around.
No, that's a word. I just heard a sound from my computer. I really hope that's not the sound saying it broke. Let's see, we're about 25 minutes in, so we're only 5 minutes left. Wouldn't quite warrant me restarting my computer to do just 5 more minutes of recording, not even.
I'm sure we'll manage as long as we're together. I'm not giving up on any of you. I promise.
Either way, at a certain point, you can just ignore what they're saying if it's popping and just read it yourself.
There's nothing we can't do if we all pitch in. Let's go to the Grand Tree and get that blade.
You're very uppity, but let's go. Oh, we can look around first. Thing I want to look at. What is that? The carpet area is warm. That's carpet? Next to a large fireplace. Only the most expensive homes in Valenorth have these. Scattered about the carpet are various trinkets and pipes. I guess the elder isn't mythical enough without a smoking pipe. Alright. That was funny. Don't really want to stay here all that much. We should go to one of these guys in the next episode, but we don't really have time for that. I forgot we could talk to them. Look at how cute they are.
Hey.
Hi. What do you think about all this? Are we ready to leave Valenorth? What do you think about the blade? Let's go with the first one.
You mean everything that Mylus told us? I'm freaking out. I can hardly believe it. But the spirits would never lie to us, right?
Right. I'm not
I
sure.
can't believe the Triumvirate is our enemy. I know they had their reasons with Mazeo, but there's no reason to attack Valenorth. Not at all.
Then you should be on our side against them. I think they wanted their sword back. It's not theirs, it's mine. What are your thoughts on the Triumvirate? What's in store for Valen's future? I don't want to ask any of those questions. Do I have to? No, exit. Now I want to talk to...
Hey.
What do you think about all this? Are you ready to leave Valenorth? Anything we should do before we go? Yes.
I wouldn't mind taking one last look at the village. It's so weird, knowing that an attack is coming. This could be the last time we see our homes. How are we just supposed to accept that? I expect we'll have plenty of time to grieve, but is that something we should really have to do? We don't have to look around, but I'd appreciate it. If I find something I want to take with me, I'll grab it. I'd much rather leave Valenorth behind with no regrets.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. There might actually be some stuff we need. I can't make a promise. Alright, we won't leave until you're ready. Let's not make a promise.
I understand,
but I do want to look around.
but at least try. It's never easy,
Yes.
leaving a life behind. I get that. But one moment now could save you tons of sleepless nights.
Yep, I totally agree. We'll do that. We will go back, and if we look over here in the corner next to these people, there are four. There are 2 things we need to find around here. So let's look on the bookshelf. I looked through all the books, but nothing seems interesting. Even everything that Mylus found worth in was already on the table. Oh, we should look at the table. That, and on his little desk by the window facing Valenorth. Must be great to live in a place with such a view. Okay, so we need to look at the desk and we need to look at the table. Mylus isn't using this desk, so I assume it's fair game. I pushed aside a few papers, looking around for anything of note. A book on whatever that thing was called grabbed my attention as he brought it up. Apparently the spirit idol there has stopped giving off energy.
Valenorth's line of Seeres. The Seers of Valenorth have helped guide our nation to a state of constant peace. Everyone in Valenorth lives a simple and happy life under the guidance of the spirit realm. There's only one Seer or Seeress per generation, and their birth is marked by a surge of energy emanating from our spirit idol located in Solberg. There's a rotation of guards who watch the idol when a birth is expected to take place. As there can only be one Seer or Seeress at any given time, and the spans of time without them are very small, we can accurately predict when another shall be given to us. With Valenorth's small population, it is very rare for multiple births to happen on one night. However, that is not the purpose of my writing. I wish to discuss what was observed on the night of the most recent generation. Typically, the spirit idol will have a burst of light and energy before returning to a dim state. However, with the latest birth, there was no dim state. Only darkness remained when the final seer was given to us. The implications that this has on the future of both Valenorth and Alestia are too large to even fathom. We must simply take each day as it comes, knowing our dependence on the spirits will grow smaller and smaller. Now, we must come to rely on the rest of Alestia, instead of only ourselves. I will seek out potential partners in the future. The Elder of Valenorth.
Okay, that's Mylus' dad, probably.
I had no idea that they were hiding such a secret. Valenorth could run out of spiritual energy for good? The cold from Eastcrown could easily kill us off.
Eastcrown? Is that a city to the east, I assume? But didn't you realize all that when Mylus was talking?
Orson, don't worry. It could be thousands of years before we run out. Besides, at this point, it's still conjecture.
I thought everything had run out already. I'm so confused. Alright, I'll just take it for what it says. One more book thing to find. He said table and desk. I examined the table, looking at the scattered pieces of paper. Mylus is deep in his studies, and I really hate to bother him. I want to read some as well, so I grab something he put aside.
On Valanorth's blood leaves. Though it doesn't look like it at first glance, Valanorth is actually settled high atop the mountains of Alestia. Many believe that it is the spiritual energy that keeps our village and its surrounding areas warm. But the reach of this energy is not infinite, and it cannot affect the colder climate seen in Eastcrown. We don't venture into Eastcrown simply because our bodies would not be able to handle it. Either way, that is a separate story, and I wish to touch upon the blood leaves native to Valanorth. At the very top of the grand tree, for an unknown reason, the leaves grow a crimson red. We have no explanation for this, though some people believe that these are the tears from the departed, trying to reach our physical realm. A superstition, to say the least. Every few years, a gale of cold wind comes from Eastcrown and assaults the canopy of Valanorth. This causes many of the leaves to wilt and fall off. The wind carries these dead leaves on a journey through Alestia's skies, including the aforementioned blood leaves. The rest of the world sees the falling of the blood leaves as an omen, a portent of bad things to come. The sky being painted red with these leaves may look scary to some, but those who live in Valanorth see it as a natural event. The Elder of Valanorth.
Probably should have clicked on this book first, considering that's the order I was told about it in. But it's weird to, what did he say? Something about the cold. How we live in a mountain, but it's warm up here? That's weird. Does that happen anywhere on Earth? I'm not sure. I am not a climate buff.
Eastcrown is a pretty scary place. I've thought about going there, but I'm too scared. Apparently, it's cold enough to kill you in minutes.
Why would you want to go if it's that
The fall of
cold?
the blood leaves is beautiful, though. I've seen it a couple of times since I was born. Not sure what other purpose Eastcrown serves.
What other purpose? What purpose does it serve now other than being cold? I'm confused. Somebody tell me in the comments what that means. I feel like that'd be very important, and I don't know. Well, we're running over 30 minutes at this point for our episode, so I guess we'll end here. I don't believe there's anything else to go, so after that, next episode we should really go into one of these other storylines, but I want to know what happens to us. So it all depends on what happens when I want to do some more recording on this. But we will save and end here. Remember to subscribe if you are interested in seeing another video or something. Like, so I know that you did like it. What else? Why aren't you saving? I can never remember them. Share, comment, like, all that stuff. I can never remember. There's 4 of them, but I only said 3. I gotta know. Share, comment, like, subscribe. Okay, yeah, I did say all of them. Well, that's it. See you next time. Bye-bye.